Look at this. Absolutely amazing. Truly breathtaking. I don't know how you're watching this, but yeah, hopefully that's a scene that is filling you up with goodness. Beautiful view. Now, there was a video I took, but then I had a big sulk and deleted my channel because I'm an idiot, as the channel suggests, idiot and dog. I'm fairly sure that we came from just there. Just see a cobbled road. We came down that cobbled road and then we followed it down that way. It's again, turns out we're on this long lane and we didn't even realise. It really is like Middle Earth around here. And there's little monkey mate. Hello friends. Now, I've seen this a couple of times and it always makes me chuckle. But there will be no more sulking and deleting of channels. I promise you of that. What that sign says about that road, believe it. It is absolutely narrow. It is absolutely mad. As you can see, it's all cobbled. So it's going to get very mossy very quickly. It's a old water trough here. From way back when we were all going around on horses. I'm going to guess that's what it was for. I mean, your horse would be able to nibble on a bit of grass, I'm sure. But they certainly needed some water. I think that was a car that passed us a few minutes ago. Can't really get much further on than here. I think there's a road down to the right, but yeah. As I say, proper old world roads. Oh no, it's just a house down there. Right, come on monkey mate. Come on lad. I mean, just look at this here. This really hasn't been touched for such time. I mean, you can see it's well trod. I've been here a couple of times with Doggo. And as I say, I think it leads down to, well, I know it does lead to Old Railway. Now, we have been a couple of ways. I think what we'll do this way is we'll go on here. Now, there is a part of me who wants to take a left here and go uphill. There's not wrong with going uphill, you know. I live in Halifax. I'm used to going uphill. You're either going uphill or downhill. I mention it in lots of videos because it's true. But because the light's fading and we don't want to be stuck out in the middle of nowhere, so what we're going to do, we're going to go down there, down into those woods on some old long forgotten path. And the reason why we're going down there is because I don't think you can get through there. You probably can't see it, but there's a little green sign on the left of that gate and it says private. So we'll come this way. Come on then mate, you show the way. Come on puppy. Yep, you're right, we'll go this way. As I say, now we know how to get here quite confidently. I'm sure one day we'll take it up there, up to the left. But for this one, you have to excuse me, there's a really old style here. And I'm a chunky monkey. If we just get through, oh like. We have a little squidge and a squeeze, and there we are. That could thump you could hear, if you've noticed when I've done selfie shots. That's just my bag. So yeah, there we go. If you can't read it, it says public footpath to Stansfield Mill Lane. But we want to go a little bit further on here, down this old ancient path. Now, you've got to think, if this led to an old railway station way down there, and obviously the villages and whatnot behind us, well, it must have been quite a walk in the winter time, because as you can see, there's no lighting, absolutely no. Would have been gas lamps, I suppose, at the time, and then they'd been replaced by electric ones, but there'd have been none of that. So imagine being back here 100 years ago, maybe 150 years ago, and you've got off your train You've had to walk all this way home. I mean, there were more than one route, obviously. But imagine just walking through this in pure pitch darkness. And there'd have been a quieter world than it is now. Certainly wouldn't have been cars going around. You can see why back in the day we had all these ghost stories and we had fantastic woodland creatures and folklore and myths and all of that. And it's kind of been forgotten about. I know some people still follow it, some people are really into it, but your imagination could just run wild with you. You'd be out somewhere like this. Maybe you weren't out in dark, maybe people weren't that silly back then. Not unless you absolutely had no choice, but look at this. But yeah, you'd be out. You'd be wandering this little path here, or any other path. And lighting won't be so great. And you might see something in distance. I mean, I still do it now. I'll still see something. You might have even seen things on my videos and gone, what the heck is that? And imagination runs away. And you start thinking to yourself, just what is there? What is that? And even though your logical brain's going, it's just a tree stump, it's just a wall that's been knocked over. Another tiny wee stile, whoops. Then your little emotional brain, the little old caveman brain, the amygdala, one that runs on your base fears, on your base desires, that goes, wow, it's got to be insert name of fantastic creature. And you could still get that round here, I'm sure. You would look down there and there would be a lot of noise pollution. Certainly some kind of light pollution. But this is 2024. And as I say, it's a very different world to when this path was probably put out. The thing is though, looking at it, come on then mate, if you look at this path and these old styles, I think it might precede the railway. I think it might be some really old ancient walkway, like they would have done. I'm sure there's pathways like this, sorry I'm not sighing at you guys, I'm sure there's pathways like this all over the country. And then, you know, various things happen. Changes in law, changes in government, changes in all sorts. And these pathways kind of get forgotten. And then we develop areas. We develop one area because it's more favourable than another. Usually down in valleys. You'd always have your farms up in the valleys. Up in the valleys, down in the valleys. You'd always have your farms uphill. And your little settlements down in the valleys. Sorry, I'm losing track a bit here. My brain's kind of wibbled off. I think what I need to do is find a little spot on here. There is certainly a little spot on here. In spite of the fact that me and Mrs have just had a Subway, and I'm quite full and whatnot, something's kicked off in my brain, or kicked down in my brain or something. I don't know. Don't matter. It's only a little bit of a lull, and as I say, it'll be easy enough to fix. Now this little monkey mate of ours, come on lad. Nope, he's not interested. Now a little bit ago, at the beginning of this little path, when I squeezed through a stile, when I said you can go this way, left, upwards, and there's a gate post that says private property. Well, I'm not sure. I think eventually, ultimately, it will lead to here. Use of public footpath only. And then no dog fouling. But yeah, I think eventually you'll be able to get to there and that'll come down to here. Oh, which comes out on this old abandoned railway line. Now, I'm not saying you would get a vehicle coming up here. If you did, it'd be a quad or an ATV, but I don't think it'd get very far. But obviously we want to keep an eye on our little monkey mate. He's the one who shows us where to go, and just like this little path we're on now, it's a great place he takes us. See some amazing scenery and sun in your eyes. Come on then, mate. Right, now, am I still barbling? I'm always barbling, believe it or not. But what I think we'll do is I think we'll take a left when we get to this bit here. So it goes down to Stansfield Mill. That was on some public footpath sign a few yards ago. I know that way very well. But what I'm going to do is, as I say, I'm going to take you up to the left. Somewhere I've only been once with the doggy. So it'd be nice to have another explore. Now, you can go that way, but we'll save that for another day. What we're going to do, so down there and follow it round is Stansfield and Stansfield Mill. The great load of green you can see just there is Triangle Cricket Pitch. That's where we've just come from. And as I say, we're going to take it left up here. Go on then, mate.